The February Audit. Welcome to Huddle Up. I'm your host, Duane Gibbs, alongside my partner, Mark Bruce, the Hall of Famer, where we come to you every Wednesday and Friday with a quick, mindful thought. With that being said, let's huddle up.
Good afternoon.
What's happening?
How you doing? Man,
Reality check time.
man, time is flying, isn't it? It's just
It
crazy.
is.
Yeah.
It is reality check time for you, the listener. So it is mid-February. We're about 8 weeks into the new year. And so let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. That goal that you set for yourself come January 1, that you said, hey, I want this to change. I want to do better. I want to lose weight. I want to start at the gym. I want to start getting on pace to do things differently. Where are you at right now? And I'm not asking what you meant to do. I'm asking where are you actually at with that? Because here's the truth that people don't want you to hear. By mid-February, 80% of people who set out starting a goal January 1, they've already they're already dead. They're already pushed their goal aside and have come up with a reason of why they didn't start on the first. 80%. It's huge.
That's crazy. But
And yeah, and it's not that they failed loudly.
no,
They just quickly pushed it aside. Ah, I'll get it next year. When I'll start Christmas in July. I'll start in July. 6 months will go by and we'll start halfway through, and I'm just not prepared. I'm getting ready to get ready, and it's what we see.
they just
It's just, and it's not you, but it could be.
they
It
just
could be.
fade away. They fade away in silence. As you said, they don't fail loudly. That's where this separation needs to happen.
Hmm.
January is easy. Everybody's motivated. Everybody's talking about change and excited, but February it gets here and it's different. It's not as full of excitement, and this is when commitment really matters. This is where most people stop checking in with themselves. They stop checking to see how they're doing and following their plan. The few people that do keep checking in, they're the ones that separate themselves from the pack.
Yeah. So here's what Mark and I know about you. You didn't end up on this podcast by accident. You didn't stumble on it randomly. You've been following us, you've been listening to our message, and there's something that resonated with you. And there's something in you that still wants more. You still know you're capable of better. You still refuse to quit. And even these few months that have gone by, hasn't gone the way you expected, and that's why this moment matters. Not to beat yourself up. And listen, we started out by giving you some flack about it, but it's not about the beat you, it's not about beating you up. It's not about starting over. It's just to be truthful with you and let you know that you're not alone if you haven't hit these goals, if you've pushed it aside. So, be truthful with yourself, readjust, get clear, and start. Hey, it's never too late to start. Start Monday.
Yes, absolutely. Just start. Championships aren't won only in January when everybody's fired up. They're won in February and March as time goes on. That's when most people stop paying attention to their goal. And maybe that's because the goal, maybe it's really not their goal. Maybe they need a stronger why. But this is where standards show up. When
Yeah.
things get tough, this is where your personal identity shows up. You need to have made a decision, not in what you say you want, but in what you're willing to really recommit to when nobody else is watching.
Yeah. So here is your huddle up moment for the day. Put that goal back out there
Yep.
because it meant something to you when you thought about what you were going to do and what you were going to change. All the years that I spoke to people across the table, everybody had a plan, everybody had a goal, whether it was in real estate investing, whether it was in the stock market, whether it was putting money away, and they didn't do it for a reason. And I would always tell them, put the goal back out there, start now, and decide right now that you're all in. That you are all in, or you're just going to be out and you're not going to do it. There's no halfway. No, there's no more, hey, I'm going to start on Monday. You're going to start on Monday and move forward, because progress doesn't come from motivation. It becomes from making a decision. And in February is where these decisions start, and they matter.
Yep.
We appreciate you, the listener, for watching this episode of Huddle Up. Like, share, leave a comment. We love your feedback. Always go to huddleforsuccess.com and download your Playbook for Life. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next episode. With that being said, stay huddled up.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Huddle Up, where we come to you every Wednesday and Friday. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube and on social media. If you find this information helpful, share this with someone that you know. We'll see you next time on Huddle Up.